Welcome back to Daytime. This October, the Tampa Bay Chamber will take its annual benchmarking trip. This is a chance to adapt new programs from another city to meet community needs here at home. For more on this year's visit, we now welcome Dr. Bob Rohrlack and Yvette Segura from the Tampa Bay Chamber. Welcome. Good to have you both. Bob, let's start with you. I know this year's visit will be to San Antonio, Texas. What will be the main focus of the trip?
Yeah, San Antonio is an interesting market, as well as Texas, having a lot of comparisons to Florida that we look at each year. But how has San Antonio attracted and retained good talent for work? How they've attracted businesses? What are they doing to work on workforce housing, affordable housing, and transportation are all issues that we'll see how are they addressing those issues. And then we compare and contrast to what we're doing here and usually come with some really good ideas on what we can do to continue to keep Tampa and Tampa Bay a leading market for businesses to want to be here and people to want to locate here.
We know that 2020, of course, was a very difficult year. Yvette, will you be looking to see how businesses in San Antonio got through the pandemic?
Oh, absolutely. So interestingly enough, the USAA headquarters is based in San Antonio. And as an employee of USAA for the last 32 years, I've actually had the opportunity to live and work in San Antonio a couple of different times. So I know how resilient San Antonio is as a business community. It's always helpful for businesses to come together and talk with similar businesses in other communities, see how they've pivoted, what transitions they've had to make. And see what we can learn from them. How have they adapted? What are those similarities? What are those differences? What might we be able to model from them? And those things that we can take from them might just be right there and we don't realize it. But through talking with each other, we can certainly learn a lot.
Exactly. I know that they certainly have a great educational system for juniors and seniors to get technical training before they graduate over there in San Antonio. Bob, is that something that you think you can see happening here in Tampa Bay?
Yes, we definitely want to look at that program and see what ideas we can take away from that. We've already been looking at our technical training and the programs focusing on upperclassmen in the high school level here in Hillsborough County and Tampa Bay to keep talent here. Because we've had a focus on both the college degree workforce as well as the technically trained skilled workforce. They've got a really strong program, so we want to learn from that and see what we can do to bring those ideas here and help people find gainful employment to be self-supportive. So that's definitely an area we're going to focus on a great deal while we're on the trip in San Antonio.
I know that the Chamber has already been focused for a while on diversity, equity, inclusion. Yvette, do you expect to learn anything from San Antonio in regards to those principles?
Oh, I know that we will. And every community is unique. It's distinctive in its own right. And because of that, each community is taking the DEI principles and applying them in their own way, just like we have done here in the city of Tampa. So what works for one community may or may not work for another, but what we do know is that every community that is inclusive, that's equitable, is always going to be more successful than one that is not. And so we'd love to see if there's something in the realm of diversity, equity, and inclusion that we can bring back to Tampa Bay and use in our own communities.
You have to be willing to always observe and learn and grow. I love that Tampa Bay is doing this. Yvette Segura, Dr. Bob Rohrlack, thank you both so much.
Thank you very much for having us.
And if you'd like to get more information or register for the benchmarking visit, go to tampabaychamber.com/benchmarking. Daytime will be right back.